they arrive at the MI6 safe house, Agent Z4 meets them and has the unconscious Larry Talbot locked in a cell. Brown also instructs him.
Release Larry in the morning. Keep him sedated until then. Got my friend here a room with a clean set of clothes. In the morning, we'll plan our campaign against Coldwater.
Are you sure about this, sir?
Of course I'm sure. Now get my friend here taken care of. He gets the best room in the place. Then bring me the blueprint for the Coldwater Industries plant at the top of the hill.
It's just that...
It's just that what? You have your orders. I suggest you carry them out before we get annoyed. Believe me, you do not want to see Frank get angry. I'm still working out the kinks in my back.
Frankenstein snarls at the unnerved agent.
Little man.
Oh my. Right this way, sir. You know that is the greatest Frankenstein disguise I have ever seen.
I'll see you in the morning, all right, Frank? Sleep well. I'm sure poor old Z4 won't.
Coldwater hangs up the phone and sits back in his chair. There is a look of contemplation on his face. He seems to be struggling with a decision. In the end, he makes the only one truly available to him. He makes a call.
Master, it's me. Yes, Master. But I have some bad news for you. Some of your enemies of old have risen again to do battle. Oh, you know. Of course you do. Master, what would you have me do? Yes, Master. Right away, your will be done.
Sweating profusely, he hangs up. At dusk, our heroes are on a small hill overlooking the industrial plant.
Okay, does everyone know their parts? First, Larry.
Yes, I break into the office and get to the financial records proving his connection to the Muslim terrorist groups.
Don't worry about turning into a werewolf. That wristband will absorb all the surrounding light. It somehow uses ultraviolet radiation to suppress your transformation. Just don't remove the wristband under any circumstances.
Got it.
Frank, do you know your assignment?
Of course I do, John. You want me to break into the lab, and because of mine immunity to it, take a sample of the green sludge, and bring it back to you. Properly covered, of course. I would hate for you all to die of its creeping poison. And this will prove conclusively that Mr. Coldwater is illegally dumping toxic chemicals.
Perfect. I'll go into the basement and set the charges to disable the plant's security system. Permanently. That will give Coldwater a red herring distraction to deal with. That should cover actual evidence gathering.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, I'm getting a little antsy.
Probably a lupine self trying to get out. You should experience some heightened wolf-like powers, even without transforming.
That's some magic wristband.
Definitely. Now, gentlemen, let's go get our man.
Frankenstein breaks into the lab at Coldwater Inc. The monster's search begins in earnest.
This lab reminds me of where I was born. There are tubes of boiling liquids. Instead of large machines of arcing lightning, I find these miniature computers on every desk. Oh, on the side of the computer. Or is it the back? This is familiar. Is he part of this, too? That is a worry for a later date. Now, I need to find the green sludge.
Then you feel it, don't you? A dark presence has entered the room. Even your undead flesh gets a sudden chill.
You of all people did not expect a door to keep me out, did you? I know it's you. It's your crest. I know you're here. I saw your hated crest on the backs of the computers. Show yourself. Hiding will do you no good.
A voice comes from all around the room. The monster can hear but not see his formless adversary.
Is this what you're looking for, Patchwork Man?
There's a panel in the middle of the floor. My God, it is opening. I almost fell in. But there is a huge underground vat that contains the green slime for which I came.
It does that. Notice also that it is 12 feet deep and surrounded by earth, much like a coffin.
Frankenstein's creation is standing close to the edge of the underground vat, when suddenly 2 arms push him from behind.
It is quite a shame your dad didn't stay around long enough to teach you how to swim.
Frankenstein splashes around the toxic pool. He sinks ever deeper. The lever controlling the panel covering the vat seemingly activates all on its own.
Mentally pull the lever, closing the cover on the vat. It locked in place. I really enjoy watching you continue sliding down the vat's slippery walls, flopping around in its toxic fluid, you misshapen brute. There are 2 facts you should remember. 1, Vladimir Dracul has always been your superior. And 2, for all your vaunted strength, you still need air to breathe.
Larry Talbot has broken into the office. He is looking through the ledgers as his elbow accidentally hits a secret panel near the filing cabinet. He reaches in, taking out both books.
This is what I'm looking for. If it contains the transactions of the Muslim terrorist groups. What's this? There are several payments to the blood bank. Why would Silas Coldwater need so much blood?
Wouldn't you like to know?
A tall, dark stranger appears in the opposite side of the room.
It's a shame, really, all your work tonight going to waste, since you won't be leaving here alive.
You're overconfident, as always. This band may suppress the evil instincts of my change, but if I want to, I can still transform like this.
Nice trick, but you forget I can control wolves. That power has just gotten stronger over the years, so I am sure I can control even you now. Observe.
The furious fanged beast attempts to lunge at his foe, but is stopped in mid-leap by a mental force not his own. The battle in the beast's mind is, however, very fierce. The Wolfman struggles hard against Count Dracula's hypnotic control. In the end, it is too much for his lupine mind to handle, and he collapses to the floor like a puppet whose strings have been suddenly cut.
Good dog.
Unknown to our stalwart agent, he is the last man standing. He heads down to the basement to plant the charges that will destroy the security system permanently, when suddenly he finds...
Oh, blimey. There's a coffin in the middle of the floor. What possible use could that be to Coldwater?
He cautiously approaches the coffin.
Dracula's crest! I recognize it from the old Hammer horror films. What could Silas be doing with a replica of Dracula's coffin?
Who said anything about it being a replica?
John looks at the source of the mysterious voice. Other than the pencil-thin mustache, the figure standing before him could be Bela Lugosi in his best Count Dracula costume.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Dracula.
No way! It's not possible! You can't be him!
Really? You work with a werewolf and a Frankenstein monster, but I'm a step too far?
Then the vampire in the dinner suit and cape mystically transforms into a large gray bat. He flies directly at Agent Brown, knocking him off the metal steps. Agent 006 strikes hard against the cold, unyielding pavement, rendering him unconscious.
Just lie there, Agent Brown. Don't worry, I can sense the flow of your blood. You are not quite dead yet, but when you awaken, you will wish you were.